Hello, it's me, and welcome to another dull and dreary day here in the UK. So, there are many stories today here in the UK. The Bovaer cattle feed additive scandal that's happening here in the UK. A feed additive that, when given to cattle, stops them farting by 30%. Net zero goals. Well, that's kind of falling apart, isn't it? Another story, digital IDs here in the UK. The British Labour government here seems hell-bent on introducing digital IDs, and nobody really wants them. So, yeah, that's another issue. And Starmer, the British Prime Minister, losing control. Things are falling apart for our Prime Minister very, very quickly, but I fear not quickly enough. The question here really isn't that Starmer will be going. That's a foregone conclusion. For me, who replaces Starmer? Because effectively, if it's Wes Streeting or anyone else in the front benches, and we don't get a general election out of this mess, then frankly, we're just kicking the can down the road. And British politics will remain as is for who knows how much longer. And this seems to be something that is prevalent in many political parties, where, as I believe, the left has been hijacked by this monstrosity of the liberal left, this new modern left that Keir Starmer is in charge of, and they fill the front benches, and any candidate worth or credibly that's going to take his place is just more of the same. There's no opposition. There will be no change. And so another story here with regards to the BBC that is continually punching itself in the face. And we've got celebrities, please save the BBC. The institution is just part of Britain. Well, frankly, if it's part of Britain, it needs to stop being part of Britain, because Britain is better than the BBC, frankly. And the various celebrities and politicians saying that Trump is going to destroy the BBC, talking out of their hats, frankly. They just don't understand, in my opinion, what's going on. Trump isn't destroying the BBC. The BBC is destroying the BBC. And you've got all these, as I say, politicians and celebrities with their hearts bleeding purple piss for the BBC, and they're conveniently ignoring the fact that the BBC appears suicidal, hell-bent on destroying itself, as I've said. But no, we have to save it. And you could bet your bottom dollar, even though we don't want to save it, or there's a large proportion of the British public who don't want to save the BBC, mostly because of this license fee that we have to pay, we're going to be picking up that tab. My personal feeling is that the BBC should burn itself to the ground quickly and save a lot of people here in the UK a lot of heartache. Because the sooner it burns itself to the ground, the sooner something can rise from the ashes. Hopefully fresh and new, and not dripping in state assets and influence. So the story that I've got here on the screen is about the BBC, the suicidal BBC. So the BBC, the Panorama programme, it's not all about Newsnight, you know. They doctored a tweet. So on the screen, you'll see a picture of Elon Musk. Directly above that is a tweet from the BBC. Twitter can't protect you from trolls anymore. Trolls? Insiders say. This is another thing that gets my goat, really makes me angry. Apparently, there are experts everywhere that the BBC and other august institutions and government departments are relying on. But they never tell you who the experts are. They're just experts. So Twitter can't protect you from trolls anymore, insiders say the BBC. And underneath that, an individual called Shibatoshi Nakamoto, what a great name, said, "Before Elon, I never had anyone say anything mean to me ever. It was a beautiful utopia. Now, I fear for my life daily." The comedic inference being that Twitter was an oasis before Elon Musk took over, and now he's taken over, it's basically a swamp. A place where people fear for their lives. And Elon Musk responded to Shibatoshi Nakamoto's tweet with literally ruffle mao, which stands for roll on floor laughing my arse off. Yeah, fair enough. He doesn't agree with the BBC tweet. He rather agrees with Shibatoshi Nakamoto's tweet. However, by the time this set of captions made it to the BBC, it had miraculously changed. And if you have any doubt about what I'm saying, go watch it. The BBC version read, "Twitter can't protect you from trolls anymore," insiders say. To which the BBC conveniently deleted or erased Shibatoshi Nakamoto's tweet in favour of Elon Musk's tweet directly after it, thereby removing the context of Elon Musk's reply. The BBC had concocted the story to say that Twitter can't protect you from trolls anymore, and Elon Musk laughed at that with gay abandon, one imagines, like he didn't care. I find it hard to believe that the various people crying out to save the BBC are entirely blind to what the BBC has become. There are some people who are going on about reform the BBC, but there is no reforming the BBC. If the BBC doesn't burn itself to the ground or isn't dismantled officially, then it will somehow continue to be the animal that it currently is. My personal feeling is to say to everybody who's watching this, and certainly to those people who want to save the BBC, do not fear, little ones. Whatever replaces the BBC will be one of two things: a greater, more egalitarian and impartial service, or they'll try to double down, and in doing so, make themselves even more obsolete. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, this is me signing off. Look after yourselves.